coming to the second part of it, this is regarding 2010 to 2011. We can see that from here, January to February, there is a peak in sales for the orders, but there is only a slower growth in the significant revenue that they are getting. This is because we can see that since it's the starting of the month also, January to February, not much sales would be happening. There should be a little bit mid time, which there's a stability in the growth on the sales. Only a bit more, only we can say a point percentage, there's a growth there, which means that customer growth is there, but it is pretty less. After that, there is a downfall from February to March. This can also mean that a higher number of cancellations from this side. But then the funny part is, or we can see it as orders come less and this sales come more, which can be an outlier. This can also mean that a lot number of sales come. So we know that most number of people try to decline, but then they try to buy more products, means they try to buy products which are of higher affordable prices, which would help to grow in a greater manner. Monetary deficits are lesser than the last year, which gives more customer attention and item promotions at a lesser rate. Yes, we can see that this time, since 2010 to 11, it's pretty much lesser sales than the sales which was given in 2009 to 2010. In 2009 to 2010, it was estimated around 8.68. Here it is estimated around 8.5 something, which means there is a bit more lesser. This can be due to the certain type of external factors which would affect sales, like you can say inflationary measures or certain type of competition from the other online retail sales, which would help to hinder this sales process, and certain type of measures should be taken from that side as well. Huge downfall on revenue shown on the month of December, making it one of the least producing month within the final quarters on 2010-11. So this can mean that last year we could see only a little bit small, but here we can see a huge decline. This can mean that more number of competitions are coming, and more number of we can say cancellations could be higher, because as we know that demand shifts are higher at this time. More number of competitions would be higher, which would help them to enhance more productivity at that time for the retailers who are as customers, or we can say that customers who are the regular customers who buy from here online retail sales, they also would prefer uh, other sales area where they provide more better opportunities or substitutional goods, which would help them to take it at a lesser price. Next, coming to top product by revenue, we could see here that Regency cake stand street tire comes the higher income, which where they have got from. Here, what comes is this doesn't even come in the top five product by orders. So it comes in the top 10, where it is lesser than even 11,000 of the commodities taken, and they get around 33,159. This becomes a bit more outlier, or we can say it outstands from other products, as most of these products are at a higher price, which help them to take at a more at a lesser quantity at a higher price, which made them to it's a bit more higher price than the other quantities, which made them to generate more income. So these are kind of like a seasonal products, we can say, which try to increase at some level. Also, we can see assorted colored bird ornament. Here, bird ornament is trying to be the same. 11,768 is the total orders being placed, and 653 was gained from that, which means that the total ordered is almost getting proportional to the income, which means bad, it's not as good sales, where there might be a bit more cancellations from this side, and it's pretty much floating where it is higher than the quantities ordered, but then it is slightly lesser than the income which should be generated by this. Also, not much. We can see that others are holding 1500, 600, 601, and all. They are getting that much, but then it's not coming to the income level of this much. This is because most of these can be seasonal products or failed products, we can say, where more number of cancellations are there, and this need to be rectified from our side as well. Coming to 2010, 2011, we can see that here mostly most of the products shown in the income side are not even reflected in the ordered side. So only Rabbit Night Light is higher, which comes double the times, as almost double the times to the income that they are getting. So they produced around 13,113 orders was there. 24.4 K is the dollars, or we can say the income generated from this. And when you are seeing holders, it's also getting, most of these are getting inversely related, means that lesser number of quantities ordered, they're getting more, and higher number of quantities ordered, it's not even reaching 14, it's not even reaching 14, so which is a bit more alarming side. But when you're seeing white hanging heart T light holder, we can see that 9893 are there and 25,279, which is extremely large, and this is one of the best which is to be recommended. So this, when you divide itself, it will be almost around we can say 2 point, around 2 point something K people, and two point people are almost towards this towards this area. Now I'll be going towards the order status. So this is the order. So the above one tells us regarding the 2009 to 2010. The last one tells us regarding the 2010 to 2011. Financial year FY, denoted by financial year 2010 to 2011, accounts more number of returns, which estimates within the rate of 3.32, shown by the significant increase of 5 units. So this is not shown here, it's in the dashboard, which I'll be showing after this. So here we can see that there is a significant increase in the returns. Okay, but uh, 2009 here only shows returns as 15%, and when you come here there's a 14%, which is like 1% decrease in the returns, or the cancellations, where we should be seeing that 3.3 means at a faster pace, most number of at a day, almost two returns were, two more than two returns were by the customer, which should be checked. But then 14%, which means that there was little bit of rectifications from their side, and more changes in the second year was also taken place, which is 2010 to 2011, which contrasts to the more to the statement that I've told. Now, external factors and competitive marketing strategies on other areas have made a bit more drastic changes, which declines the product recommendation and visibility growth. So this is also regarding certain type of external factors, which we can say like inflationary measures, we can say that is also one. Then availability of skilled labors for making certain type of products, and competitive marketing strategies, which is by different areas or different type of competitors, which makes it more tougher for certain type of products to be given to a person, where where we should say sales should be enhanced in a more better manner, and certain type and different type of materials should be of a greater quality, which would provide more reliability to the customer, and advertising techniques should also be increasing in that manner. Also, we should say that 1% decrease in cancellation suggests that an improvement areas on certain product aspects for longer term stability despite the decrease in population. So there was a decrease in population, as we know that 20,612 was the financial year's population for the 2009 to 2010. When you're coming to 10 to 11, we can see that 18,818 is decreased, and maybe because of the decrease in population there was more number of cancellations made, but then it is reflected as 14%, which means that after that there were a lot of recommendations which they tried their best to make it more uh, not to return at a later stage, but then certain type of months would give more, since we know that December and all are like the seasonal months where more number of returns are higher at that stage. Key insights are from the last products and the income generated. We can see that the rotating silver angels tea light holder generates the highest revenue, which is 31,623, which makes it top performing product, suggesting a huge demand for decorative or festival lighting items. Also, we can see that white hanging and sorted color indicates a high popularity for decorative and seasonal products. Yes, these type of products are actually sold as a higher if you are seeing from here, we can see that assorted is sold at a higher rate. No, yeah, it is sold at pretty decent rate, but then when you're giving when the orders were 11 to 12K, but then we are getting the income to 17 to 18, which is pretty less. So there's increase in income, but then as per the order requirement increase, it is not proportioning to that much. So there were a lot of cancellations in between, which might have hindered the process of generating more income from there. So these are more of that. And targeting products on Regency cake stand, as we know, that has gave a huge boost there, which would boost the performance on that product. Investigate order volumes to identify high margin and high volume products. So maybe certain type of volumes might be higher, and not and high volume products would be required to give more number of income, but then uh, there can also be that more number of products can be also returned from the customer side, where the income generating is pretty much less. Now bundle opportunities should be done for giving both products combined at a reasonable low cost product promoting items. Here we can see that most number of items are given at a lower cost. Okay. And we can see that high number of customers go for lower cost items, as they are more than reliable, as they are more affordable for them. And uh, and if you're going for a high cost, it would be more reliable, but then uh, the cost is pretty much not affordable for certain class of people. So it would be better to merge the low cost and the high cost, where the popularity is lesser, and which would help them to generate more from this. So pairing ornaments and tea light holders. So ornaments gives pretty much more income than the tea light holders also. So when you pair those, it will be drastically heavier, or we can see even exponential growth.